Hello! Hello, everybody! Hope y'all are all doing well. We're going to do a live stream, fun stream. Just for the heck of it, it's Saturday afternoon. I just noticed my title for my video. I put the EX large. That's cute. I have to remember to fix that after the live stream. But that's kind of funny. RVX. Oh my god. So how are you guys doing today? I'm waiting for people to check into the channel since I just went live. I did do a video update just a few minutes ago. If you didn't see that one, remember to check it out after the live stream. So we are going to be looking at some earthquakes today, but first we're going to pay attention to an earthquake which occurred in Kentucky, because I said that there should be activity between Tennessee and the New Jersey area. Well, this one occurred in Kentucky, so it did not occur in Virginia or West Virginia, but it was a state away, so I'm going to say I was pretty close. So we're going to take a look at where this earthquake occurred. So I have this up here on Oregon Live earthquake map. First, I'm going to ask Richard, how is the sound? Am I coming in clear? And hello, 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 hello. Let's see here real quick. No, I don't want that one. Okay, so we are taking a look at this earthquake here. As I had showed y'all, there had been earthquakes over here at Tennessee border. There had been earthquakes here, and I had thought that it would be along within this area. However, Kentucky yesterday had a 2.4. So I did some checking on the area, and the information that I can tell you is that it did occur yesterday. It was 8 minutes after midnight. So that would be early morning yesterday. It was on and very near the Illinois-Kentucky border, part of the Wabash Valley seismic zone. The residents there did report feeling the tremor, and no damage was reported. Kentucky experiences occasional small earthquakes, often from two major systems, the New Madrid seismic zone in western Kentucky and the eastern Tennessee seismic zone in the eastern part of the state. Small earthquakes between 2 and 3 are sometimes felt but are not common. For example, a 2.8 earthquake struck near Nicholsville on May 11, 2025, one day after a 4.1 quake in eastern Tennessee. In July 2025, a 2.4 magnitude quake was detected beneath Mays Lick in Mason County, and that's in central Kentucky, around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, with a depth of I believe it was -8 centimeters, and it caused no damage. A magnitude 2.4 quake is considered very light, at around 2.5 or higher. Shaking may be noticeable, but it's far below any damage threshold. There's typically no damage at this magnitude. In eastern Kentucky, only about one felt earthquake per year occurs in the ETSZ, which averages an M4 event every 5 years or so. The towns and communities that are close by to where this earthquake hit are Dale, Illinois, an unincorporated community in Hamilton County, sitting directly within the Wabash Valley seismic zone and not far from the epicenter area. Mill Shoals, Illinois, is located near the I-64 US 45 corridor in southern Illinois, within a few dozen miles northwest of the quake zone. Other small towns in southern Illinois, including West Salem, Mount Carmel, Cynthiana, Belmont, and communities near the Ojai Valley have historically been closer to past larger quakes like the 2008 M5.4 event. The geography and national resources in the area are the Ohio River, which forms part of the southern boundary of the Wabash Valley region, near towns that may feel earthquakes carried through river valley sediments. Shawnee Hills and Shawnee National Forest. This geologic upland spans southern Illinois and western Kentucky and lies west of the seismic zone. The area is known for limestone cliffs, fault-related mining sites, which is fluorspar and deposits, and scenic natural landscapes. Illinois Basin is another one, a vast Paleozoic sedimentary basin underlying the region, intersected by both Wabash Valley and New Madrid seismic zones. Fault activity here has influenced coal, fluorspar, and other mineral deposits. Geological and economical context is that the region is part of Illinois-Kentucky fluorspar mineral deposits, historically significant for fluorspar mining and other valuable elements like lead, zinc, and rare earths. Faults like the Hovey Lake and Wabash Island faults are deep, buried structures within the Wabash Valley fault system, likely intersecting beneath these communities and influencing seismic behavior. And the reason that this earthquake matters is even though this earthquake was small, it occurred within a broader region known for seismic activity capable of producing moderate events every few decades. Many of the faults, though buried and undetectable at the surface level, still influence local geology, resource deposits, and building safety planning in towns across southern Illinois, western Kentucky, and southwestern Indiana. So, that is the information that I can give you on where this earthquake occurred and that it is happening within a fault zone. So let me check back with my chat here. We can see Richard is posting us some earthquake information. And I did notice there was a very small earthquake in where was it? I'm going to say Italy. Yes, northern Italy had a 0.9 earthquake. Let's go take a look at the region here. It's a baby quake, so we kind of have to throw it back. But we're going to take a look at it nonetheless. All earthquakes matter. Here we go. This one appears to be in the mountains. Very hilly area up here. Let's back out just a little bit. Okay, let me back out this far and then give you a little bit of an idea here. So, this one is occurring up in the mountains. That's probably the Alps. Baby, yes, you can have a hug. Hugs are free any time of the day. Come here. Come here. Mwah. I love you. Now go do something. You guys, my granddaughter came to me and asked me for a hug. And hugs are free. I give them to her all the time. Okay, so if we're looking over here, we have a mountainous region here. And this is the Chebosky Haradny Park. It's a shame that Google Earth doesn't actually say which mountains these are. So I can't really tell you, but I can tell you that these are the mountains over here. All right, so let's look up another earthquake here. So we've had a 5.7 near the coast of Papua New Guinea. Hang on a second. I am putting this into my data. So, yeah, I'm trying to get this, so hang on. We're going to get this into Google Earth here. And this is, I believe, happening where there was a larger earthquake. So we're looking over here in this area. So I want to base this off of, let's look here, Papua, Indonesia. So we're looking at near the north coast of Papua, Indonesia. And I believe if we go back a few days, we can see that there was a 6.3 Sulawesi, Indonesia. So I'm assuming that this is probably an aftershock. Okay, so we have that one in there. And this one was yesterday. So there was a 5.8. I'm looking some stuff up, you guys. So this one here, I have a means to look these up and to check out information and data. And some of these are not posting as actual sizes. So when I'm looking these up, I'm trying to figure out the actual sizes. So let's see here. I'll try this again. Okay, just so y'all know, I'm looking this up. The Molucca Sea, this earthquake here, I think I put the information in already. So let's do this one more time just to make sure that I get the right data in. All right, so as we can see this area over here, this is where this 5.8 occurred. That's a subduction zone there. And that is an oceanic convergent boundary there. Now the Molucca Sea is a marginal sea in the Western Pacific, nestled between Sulawesi and Halmahera and the Sulu Islands in eastern Indonesia. It covers approximately 77,000 square miles with depths reaching 4,810 meters. Sorry. The deepest point being the Batjan Basin. Okay, and it's a warm, stable sea in the equatorial belt, which supports rich coral reefs and high marine biodiversity. Seismic and tectonically, it's situated atop one of the world's most complex tectonic zones. The Molucca Sea Plate is uniquely being subducted in two opposing directions: westward beneath the Eurasian Plate and eastward beneath the Philippine Sea. So we're going to take a look at this. As we look here, you have the Celeb Sea here. You have the Philippine Sea here. And then I believe this is the Eurasian plate here, but let me see if I can get it to pop up. That's the Eurasian plate there. So, this results in the Molucca Sea collision zone where arcs from Sangahi and Halmahera are converging into a microplate, creating intense seismic stress and uplift of ridges like the Talad Mayu Ridge. And earthquakes here often have thrust or oblique faulting, reflecting compressional tectonics, though through occasional normal fault events also release strain in the adjacent zones. On July 25th, this 5.8 earthquake struck the Molucca Sea at a depth of 59 kilometers, about 127 kilometers west-northwest of Tulebo and 150 kilometers north-northwest of Ternate. USGS reviewed and confirmed the event. Light shaking was felt in nearby provinces, but no damage or casualties was reported. Similar magnitude 5.8 events occurred earlier in 2023 at shallow depths off islands like Palau, Gamu, and near Tapat, again causing strong shaking near the epicenter, but generally no significant damage or tsunami risk. This area experiences 1.5 earthquakes per year of magnitude above 5, and around 10 per year of magnitude above 4 within 100 kilometer zones. Larger 6+ quakes occur roughly every 5 to 10 years. In April 2024, a magnitude 6.5 earthquake struck the northern Molucca Sea at 10 kilometers to 35 kilometers depth. It was felt by over 1 million people but caused no tsunami or major damage thanks to offshore location and depth. Another magnitude 6.0 event occurred in November 2023 at 116 kilometers depth, again shaking nearby provinces lightly with no tsunami generated. This region's unique double subduction geometry makes it one of the most tectonically active and complex zones globally. Offshore earthquakes, even at moderate magnitudes, are often felt, rarely causing damage or tsunamis due to their depth and in distance from land. Local infrastructure and authorities typically respond with caution, monitoring aftershocks and checking for secondary effects like landslides and infrastructure impacts. So, that is about this earthquake, which struck over here and was a 5.8 in the Molucca Sea. So, hey guys, are y'all liking the new way that I am doing the live streams? If you are, please give me a big thumbs up. I would appreciate it. I am trying to give as much information about the areas where these earthquakes are striking so that you don't just get a size and what plate it's on, you're also getting information as to what is in that area and what the geography is. So let's see what else we got here. This was our 6.2, which I covered. I did do a video regarding the 6.2. I will give y'all a link in chat if you would like to go and check this video out. I did this regarding both 6.2 earthquakes. There you go. That was the link to the update that I did a little while ago. So anyways, I said we were going to talk about earthquakes and chat. So anybody have anything you would like me to look up while I'm live? Because that is something else I'm going to start doing. And also, I was going to state, my sister has offered to do t-shirts for my channel. She does make t-shirts with designs. So I am considering it. The t-shirts will each be $5. And the shipping will probably be more expensive depending on where you live. So I'm thinking about $15. And she will be making the money for the t-shirts. It will not be me. She has made me quite a few t-shirts, so it's just a thought right now, so it's not something I am I am doing yet. It's something that I am considering doing, and I'm talking to her about maybe having her set up a site where if you want to buy a t-shirt from her, and if you send her a design, she can put it on there and do it for you. I am just giving you an advertisement of what my sister is thinking about doing because, you know, she's retiring. So she's thinking of doing something fun. She already does t-shirts, so I was talking to her about it, and I said, you know, I said, well, it'd be cool is if people send you a design or something they want on a t-shirt and you do a t-shirt for them. So it's something she's thinking about doing, and I'm just trying to help her out. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate you always posting earthquakes for me. It is appreciated. I also want to thank everybody. I am so happy that I've gotten 14 years on this channel. It's meant a lot to me that you people are here, that people have subscribed, that people have followed my channel. But at times I wonder where all of these people are that have subscribed, where they're at. Because I do have 2,640, and at any given time I barely have anybody watching. So it is weird. And I think it's because I'm blacklisted on YouTube. I don't know, but you know, I would like to grow my channel to be something more, and I want to put the time and the effort into it, but it's harder to do that when you don't have a whole lot of people watching, because I used to take a whole lot of time and put a whole lot of time into my videos. And when I didn't have so many people watching anymore, it kind of made me want to give up, because I was like, well, why am I putting all my time and effort into making videos when, let's say, out of 2,650 people, only 50 watch? Then you got to wonder, where are all my subscribers at? You know? So it is something that I had been thinking about, but you know, from now on, I'm going to go forward with the idea of I'm going to put as much information into my videos as I can. And I went to college. Okay, you guys? I went to college. Doesn't mean that I know everything. I'm still learning things. But I am trying to put out the information that I can. The reason that I don't make really long videos is because I don't want to bore people. There are people that are interested in an earthquake, where it happened, and they don't want to hear a whole lot of details. They just want to know, is there a tsunami coming? They want information. What's going to happen? Okay? Then there are people who do want long videos. So I'm trying to figure out which platform is best to do that. Should I make my videos shorter and make my live streams longer? Or should I make my videos longer and make my live streams shorter? So it's something I'm thinking about so that I can give the best amount of information that I can. Hello, George. I see you. Are y'all blaming each other again? Okay, it's my fault. I will accept the blame. Now, you guys, I'm going to tell y'all something about my computer that I got. It has a wired mouse and a wired keyboard, and I hate both of them. So I'm trying to figure out if I should switch back and get myself a USB keyboard and a USB mouse, because I get so frustrated with the cord from the mouse, because it keeps getting stuck and I want to go further and further and further and further away with it, and I can't. But it came with the computer, so that's one of the things that I've been frustrated with lately. So let's see here, what else we got for you? There was a 4.9 in southern Iran today. Seems interesting. Now, I don't have any information on the area where this earthquake hit, but we can peek at it and see, because it was almost a 5. What we got over here? Well, it looks like we have a seaport. Asalea. 4.9. Wouldn't that be the size of, are they still bombing over there? That's a seaport. So the earthquake occurred out there. I always think these hotels are cool looking. I like the roofs on them. Whoa! Hey, come on up. I exited ground level. You punk. Okay, let's see. Where is we got any more views? Only those two. Well, shoot. Only got those two views. That got a little bit more. Let's see here. Whoa, mountainous region. And then we have the Naban Gulf here. Iran is seismically active as well. That's a continental convergent boundary. So that means we definitely have movement. Then we have a plate boundary over here. This is the Eurasian Arabian convergent boundary. So quite a seismically active area, because if we come all the way up here, we can see we have quite a lot of boundaries. We have the Eurasian Arabian transform boundary there. We have the continental transform fault there. Continental convergent boundary there. Then we can see these areas move in two different directions here. This one's 27 millimeters per year. And this one is also 26 millimeters per year. Three Sulawesi, Indonesia. Who slowed down to a crawl? Uh-oh, your earthquake site is broken again? That's not good. Refresh, rewind. Mine's not broken, hopefully. Okay, so 56 minutes ago, there was a 4.9 off the east coast of Kamchatka. I'm curious about something. Let's look at something. I want to see if I can find any more details on that Kamchatka earthquake that happened. So, 6.1 earthquake Kamchatka. I want to see what other information I can give you. As long as I can spell it. What was the biggest one? It was a 7, right? Yeah, it was a 7.4. Let's go with the 7.41. I want to know the area. So we're going to go with the 7.4, and I'm going to go back and revisit an earthquake because all these aftershocks are occurring here. So we're going to go back to the 7.4 in Kamchatka, and we might do the same thing with the Alaska earthquake because I want to see some information. So this earthquake here occurred on the 20th of July, 2025 at approximately 6:49 UTC. The epicenter was about 144 kilometers east of the regional capital of Petropavlovsk, Kamchatsky. The seismic sequence featured multiple earthquakes within 30 minutes, including preliminary magnitudes of 6.6 to 6.7 before the main 7.4 event was confirmed by GFZ and EMSC. The main quake occurred at a shallow depth of 10 to 20 kilometers, amplifying its strength. It triggered tsunami watches for local Russian coastlines and even Hawaii, both of which were later canceled when further monitoring showed no immediate threat. Up to 60 centimeters earthquake tsunami waves were estimated, possible for sparsely populated Aleutian District, Commander Islands, around 40 centimeters near Utsk-Kamchatsky, and up to 15 centimeters in Petrolovsk-Kamchatsky itself. There were no casualties or structural damage that were reported. Authorities did not initiate any evacuations. Seismic agencies have recorded a series of strong aftershocks, and the region itself is a part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. So, what I can tell you is the Kamchatka Peninsula is located in the Russia's Far East, is one of the most seismically and volcanically active regions on Earth. Kamchatka lies within the Pacific Ring of Fire, where the Pacific Plate is subducting beneath the North American Plate. So you can see that here. Especially beneath the microplate called the Okhotsk Plate. It's spelled Okhotsk. This process creates a convergent plate boundary, also known as a subduction zone. So when we click on this, you can see this is the North American plate boundary, and that's subduction zone. Subduction zone is known as Kuril-Kamchatka Trench, located off the eastern coast of Kamchatka, which is here. This is the trench, the darker area. Primarily megathrust earthquakes generated along the plate interface and intraslab events within the descending Pacific Plate. In this area, there is volcanism. Kamchatka hosts 29 active volcanoes, many of which are part of the UNESCO-listed Volcanoes of Kamchatka World Heritage Site. Volcanic arc. So we can see all of the volcanoes here. This is the volcanic arc. And the eastern volcanic belt runs down the spine of the peninsula. Klyuchevsky Sopka, the highest active volcano in Eurasia. And this is a notable volcano, so let's see if we can find this one. I'm probably going to be looking for a needle in a haystack. Yep, looking for a needle in a haystack. Oh, there it is, right there. Then there's Shevelush, and then Karmensky. And those are the three notable earthquakes in the area. These volcanoes are formed from magma generated by melting of the subducted plate. The area also features crustal composition. The crust consists mainly of volcanic, plutonic, and metamorphic rocks overlaid by recent volcanic deposits and glacial sediments. The area has uplifting and faulting. Active reverse faulting and thrust fault systems are common inland. Coastal areas often experience uplift or subsidence following major earthquakes. Between the trench and volcanic arc lies a complex zone of accretionary wedges, sediments scraped off the subducting plate, and that is the Forearc Basin. The earthquake history here is November 4th, 1952, a 9.0 megathrust earthquake, one of the largest ever recorded, generated a Pacific-wide tsunami. In 2006 to 2020, frequent events in the range of 6 to 7 range. Seismicity is bimodal, with shallow interplate quakes near the trench, deep intraslab events beneath the volcanic arc and westward. So, that is the information I can give you about that earthquake that occurred, which was a 7.4. So, that is just backing up and giving you more information regarding this earthquake, which occurred over here in Kamchatsky. I hope y'all have enjoyed the little mini updates that I'm giving you guys. I've been doing some research into these areas, so I have to pull them up to be able to get to my info. Richard says, I am like Rocky. I will be there in the end. So you guys, I was playing around with stuff today since I can't get my Earthquake 3D. I found that there is an online Earthquake 3D through another site. I think I shared it, but let me see if I can pull it up because I was playing around with it this morning and trying to figure out how to use it. Let me see. I don't think it'll work for me to use it for my live streams, but it was still fun. Okay, it's this one. It's an earthquake map, but the only problem with this one is it posts so many earthquakes, I don't know which ones occurred today. I mean, like, you can click on it, and then it'll tell you this one was 6/28/2025. So I'll give you all a link to it. I thought it was interesting, but it isn't something that I'm going to be able to use because I can't get it to just today's earthquakes. But it was kind of fun to play around with. And you can tilt it. That was the fun part. You can actually tilt it. Let me show you. I'll do it again. I was tilting it. Let me see. Was it this one? Or did I do it? No, it's not this one. I was playing around with a different one. I'll have to find it again. But there is one that you can that you can flatten out like a pancake. Join your army. Did I talk about the Macquarie Islands because they had a 6.2 there? George, I posted above you in the chat a link, and I did talk about the 6.2 that occurred yesterday and the 6.2 earthquake that occurred today and the information involved in that region. Yeah, I did those already. So, what else is interesting? Today is Saturday. It is 4 o'clock. I took my dog out, and she wanted to take me for a walk instead today. So that didn't work out very well because I ended up coming back in my house, and she didn't feel like going. She just wanted to go walking. And me, I didn't feel like going walking because it's 102 degrees. Can y'all see that? It is 100. Well, it says 102 down here. It says 100 here. It's 100 degrees, and it feels like 111. And I did not feel like going very far. I went outside and I was like, oh my God. It's like walking out of my house and into an oven. Not happening. So I was like hoping she would want to go back home. And that's exactly what she wanted to do. So as far as rain, we had this little rain thing pass by us, but we didn't get any rain from that. Let's look down here. You know what I didn't look at today? I did not look at the weather. So let's check weather real quick. And I have not looked at Canada's earthquakes yet, so we'll do that too. All right, so there is no tropical cyclone activity expected during the next 7 days. So remember that one that was over here? It went poof. It disappeared. So don't think it's turning right, it's turning left. However, even though it's disappeared from this map, I want to let you guys know. Be prepared in Texas for rain. Because guess what? Y'all are going to have some rain. That doesn't just disappear because it disappeared off the map. It just disappeared off the map because it's no longer a tropical storm, but it is still a storm. And there is still going to be weather from it. Okay, now we're going to take a look at Canada. Richard, this one's for you. Okay. So, looking for today, There has been exactly 0 earthquakes today. None. Boy, what a boring day. It's Saturday. Wait, did they really take the day off? Or did the seismic agency take the day off? I'll bet you they'll be there on Monday if there were. Hey, Richard, do you know of any earthquakes in your country right now? Okay, so it is fair to say that, and I've been told, don't think that I'm correct on this, okay? Because I could be wrong. But I am told, and I have heard, that Canada's seismic agency is not worked during the weekend. So, I'm guessing that they ended their earthquake updates at 1500. So, there's been no earthquakes posted since yesterday. And today's the 26th. Yep, long weekend. Saturdays and Sundays. Hopefully these earthquakes do take days off. Just joking, that'll never happen. And give an earthquake a beer, let it go sit back, and maybe it won't hurt nobody. I'm just a bit goofy today, sorry you guys. But yep, that's what we have for Canada. Exactly no earthquakes. Do I believe that? Not really. So anyways, by looking at the earthquakes that have occurred in Canada, we can see we have quiet areas here. We have quiet areas here. I have looked at this several times and tried to figure out how they go across Canada. Okay, now what I can figure out is they probably come down in this way. This is Alaska. They probably come down through this way. Or they could come around and through this way. Or, trying to figure it out. Anyway, somehow they come down this way. They go across this way. And they go across this way. And around in this way. Okay? But they also come down this way, which leads us into Washington State, and then into Oregon. And then you have Mexico coming up into California, which leads off to going across country. So, that is how I figured this out. Canada does play into the earthquakes that are happening here in the United States as well, as much as ours play into the earthquakes that happen in Canada. So, that is what I have been figuring out and been trying to put a finger on the direction of these earthquakes to make it easier to figure out what may be occurring. Now, we have to remember some of these earthquakes that are occurring here are, guess what? They are mining accidents. I haven't seen any mining accidents for a little bit, but seems that they removed them from mining accidents, like this one, suspected industry-related event. I mean, last week there was so many suspected industry-related events. So, when we're looking, we have to remember that some of these are industry-related events and not natural events. All right, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed my update. I hope y'all enjoyed your time here. I hope y'all got some information that you can use. Richard, you're welcome. George, Richard says, I feed my people mackerel. If I zoom out, there's one on top of Greenland. Yep, all the way up here. This one occurred on the 25th, so it was a 5.8. I think I talked about that one in Greenland already, and I did it on a live stream. Remember, I kind of messed up, and I called another country, a different country's name. So, yep. I make mistakes too, especially when I'm not feeling well. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to let y'all go for the day. I hope y'all are doing well. Since it's 111 degrees feeling like it is outside and it's over 100 degrees here, I'm going to go watch Christmas movies. What do you think of that? Since I can't see snow, I'm going to go watch Christmas movies. Pull up my YouTube, get me some Christmas movies going. And maybe it'll make me feel cooler, because you know what? This 102 degrees down here, translating to 100 degrees, translating to feels like 113 degrees with an excessive heat warning going on. I mean, it says dangerously hot conditions with heat index values up to 115. Where? A portion of North Carolina until 8 p.m. Monday. High heat-related illnesses increase significantly during extreme heat and high humidity events. Drink plenty of fluids, stay in air conditioning room, stay out of the sun, and check on relatives and neighbors. Do not leave young children and pets unattended in vehicles. Car interiors will reach lethal temperatures in a matter of minutes. To reduce risk during outdoor work, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration recommends scheduling frequent rest breaks in shaded or air conditioning environments. Anyone overcome by heat should move to a cool and shaded location. Heat stroke is an emergency. Call 911. Oh, don't call 911 for me. I'm fine where I'm at. But you can tell I'm the hottest area here in North Carolina. Woohoo! Yeah, we're in excessive heat warning. So, see right here? Extreme. So anyways, yeah, that's what we're going through in my neck of the woods. I would think we're the hottest area in the United States. Look, we're the darkest red. What did we do to deserve that? All right, you guys, I love you. Please remember to tell someone you love them. Tomorrow is never promised, and make each day an adventure. Today, if you're in a really, really hot area, stay inside. And you know what? Watch Christmas movies like me. Okay? Anyways, Richard, thank you for being here today. George Mitchell, thank you for being here today. Stay cool where you're at, George. To everybody else who has checked in on the live stream, thank you for being here. Thank you for putting in your time and for watching. I appreciate you, and I will be making more and more informative videos and updates. Anyways, you guys, I love you. Please remember to tell someone you love them. Tomorrow is never promised. Anyways, you guys, I will see you all on the next live stream or the next video. And watch, it'll probably be soon, because I'm expecting that we're going to have another big earthquake here soon. Anyways, you guys, I love you.